on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts video. Today for you guys, holy goose on a moose, dude. We got something pretty interesting to talk about. Some stuff that is quite wacky and quite unfortunate for some people living over in a certain country. Yesterday, it was announced on the international version of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross that Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is getting completely, yes, 100% removed from the country of Belgium on December 6th, and this is to do with Belgium's new sort of loot box laws towards video games that was introduced at the start of this year. Now, to read up on the information before we actually get into the discussion itself, this is what was put into Union Cross within the notices yesterday towards this exact situation. By yesterday, I actually mean a couple of days ago by the time you guys are watching this, but this is the notice right here. So, this is what Square Enix have said, an important notice for all players residing in Belgium. We regret to inform you that due to the present uncertain legal status of loot boxes under Belgian law, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross will be withdrawn from service in Belgium in 30 days on December 6, 2018 at the earliest. What this means for you as Belgian players. You'll be able to continue playing until the next update scheduled on December 6, 2018 at the earliest. After the update, you will no longer be able to access or play the game or spend any unused in-game currency or items. We recommend you to consume them up and enjoy the game before December 6, 2018. We want to thank you for understanding and most importantly, for playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and spending your time with us, or more so, your money with us. Now look, this is just utterly and super disappointing. I can understand the stance on the whole microtransaction thing because I think us collectively as gamers, we can all agree that we don't like microtransactions, right? And this has been a sort of new thing that slowly crept into the gaming industries, sort of like over the past kind of like 10 years sort of thing. These days, microtransactions can pretty much be found in almost any game, and especially when looking at the mobile gaming industry, microtransactions are absolutely fucking everywhere, dude. I mean, it's sort of disgusting. Although that's just sort of the reality of the situation these days when looking towards the gaming industry. Money makes the world run, right? And if you can monetize and, you know, sort of put more sort of money options into gaming, then I guess it's a win situation for the gaming industry. However, this ultimately means that for people who have committed their time to playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key / Union Cross over the past sort of 2 years since the launch of the game back in 2016, it sort of means all your time and dedication, and most importantly, the money that you guys have sunken into the game is just essentially being sent straight out the door. Goodbye to all your progress, goodbye to all that goddamn money you spent. And in the sense of, I think, especially the money side of things, this is extremely disappointing. This means that all that money that people have spent over the years, it's pretty much going to nothing now. Not just that, but of course for Belgian players and also Belgian Kingdom Hearts fans, it means that they're not going to be able to play the game for themselves. And if they do want to keep up to date with the story of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, in which we know that these days the story is ramping up to be an absolute mess of a game, but in the sense of plot, it is pretty damn important. It means that they can't actually experience that side of things for themselves. Now, Overwatch was actually hit with a similar situation in terms of the whole Belgium laws introduced earlier this year, and Blizzard actually found a workaround for this. This is exactly what Blizzard had to say about the Overwatch situation in Belgium against Belgium's loot box laws. Blizzard said, "While we at Blizzard were surprised by this conclusion and do not share the same opinion, we have decided to comply with their interpretation of Belgian law. As a result, we have no choice but to implement measures that will prevent Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm players located in Belgium from purchasing in-game loot boxes and loot chests with real money and gems." So essentially, you can still play Heroes of the Storm as well as Overwatch over in Belgium. However, in the sense of being able to actually use your money in order to buy loot boxes for, you know, in-game skins and items and all that good jazz, you can't do that. That's been 100% disabled if you're playing the game over in Belgium. Now, a lot of people have been saying that, alright, Square Enix could do the same thing. They could disable disable the use of being able to actually purchase jewels within Union Cross if you are playing the game in Belgium. But hang on a minute, we have to sort of think about things here for a second. When you look towards Heroes of the Storm, as well as Overwatch, when looking at the microtransaction side of those games, essentially the loot boxes found in those games are really only for cosmetics. Things that don't really impact the gameplay of the game per se. Now, I do understand when it comes to Heroes of the Storm, some of the champions and heroes you do have to buy, so in that sort of sense I can see how that is impacting the gameplay experience. But when specifically looking at Overwatch, you don't have to buy the loot boxes. Like, you don't. It's just for extra cosmetics and skins that do not hinder gameplay experience, unless you would consider looking absolutely fresh as hindering the gameplay experience. Then yes, I would have to agree with you on that. However, when we look towards Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, it is fairly important that you are actually sinking your money into the game, because really, if you're not sinking your money into the game and purchasing jewels, then being able to obtain the most up-to-date medals, which is super important for keeping up to date with the PvP. Like, seriously, you want the best of the best, otherwise you're gonna get nowhere in the rankings with PvP, then you're at a lost cause here. The microtransaction side of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is pretty damn fundamental to the actual gameplay experience. Now, I do understand that there is free-to-play means for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, where basically you just rely on the jewels that you obtain via actually just playing the game, like daily login or just doing, you know, the different quests and whatnot. But this, of course, means that for Belgian players, they will be at a serious disadvantage compared to any other players in the world, which would be sort of unfair. However, what would you prefer though? Belgian players being at a serious disadvantage, or Belgian players not being able to play the game whatsoever? I definitely know what Belgian players would pick, being at a serious disadvantage, which at the same time can also be extremely frustrating, but in the same sense it still means that you get to play the game, which for the people who are invested in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross for the story, this is pretty important. So I'm honestly hoping that Square Enix sort of figure out some kind of workaround. From what they've said in the notices so far, it seems to be that Union Cross is going to be completely removed from Belgium. Now, I'm sure there's probably going to be some sort of ways of like figuring out some kind of workaround to actually still access the game whilst you're playing in Belgium, although, you know, that'll probably come under the whole legal act and laws, and I don't want to get anyone in trouble, so I'm not trying to sort of encourage you guys to do anything like that. Shit. But this is seriously disappointing, and, you know, especially for people who have sunken money in, especially for people that want to keep up to date with the story, experience the game for themselves, they can't really do that. That being said, though, of course, there are a lot of different YouTube channels that talk about the story updates and stuff, myself included. So, of course, if you guys are from Belgium and you do want to keep up to date with the story, all that good jazz, you guys know that I'll be still talking about all the story updates that come in the future. And like I said, there's other channels out there that do upload all of the cutscenes and stuff, so it's not like you guys are going to miss out entirely. It just pretty much means that you're not going to be able to play the game anymore. I feel for you guys, man. Belgium's stance, though, on the whole microtransaction thing, I gotta say, it's ballsy. It's extremely ballsy, you know? There's not really any other country that I know of out there that's actually doing this. It is unfortunate because it means that you can't play certain games, but then again, I do respect their stance on the whole microtransaction thing, just because games are absolutely riddled with microtransactions these days that really do hinder the gameplay experience. The fear of things being locked behind certain paywalls and people being able to have the whole pay-to-win thing, I mean, it's a little bit disgusting to a certain extent. It's sort of unfortunate to see where the gaming industry has gone. It's become very, very money-driven. Guys, that's pretty much all for today. This is an extremely big deal for Belgian players of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. I'm so sorry that this has happened to you guys. Of course, this coincides with your country's laws and all of that stuff. I do feel as if there could be some sort of a workaround that Square Enix might be able to figure out, but for the time being, yeah, it seems to be that they are removing the game entirely. In the comment section down below, though, guys, please do let me know your thoughts and opinions towards this. However, with all that being said, guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully, dudes are having an absolutely fantastic day. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stunning. Go dead my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crank, gaming up the bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.